Now to the new indictment against former President Trump and 18 others charged with a gaggle of crimes involving illegally trying to overturn the 2020 presidential election in Georgia. Two well-known New York natives, the focus of these indictments, Mr. Trump and Rudy Giuliani, the one-time New York mayor and former U.S. attorney for Manhattan. Georgia officials using a local version of the federal RICO Act for some of the allegations. It was used regularly by Mr. Giuliani when he was a federal prosecutor. Now the kind of law Giuliani used to prosecute corrupt executives and organized crime figures could land him in prison. Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett, live outside Giuliani's apartment on the Upper East Side. NJ.
That's right, Bill. The prosecution is turning the tables on Rudy Giuliani. We are outside the former mayor's apartment here just off Madison Avenue. Moments ago, his spokesman came out and defended the former mayor simply by listing the highlights of his resume. The former mayor went on the radio this afternoon and defended himself, defended his conduct. But without question, these charges are a stunning turn of events for the former mayor.
It's an unprecedented fourth indictment against Donald Trump, charging him with multiple criminal counts in an alleged plot to change the outcome of Georgia's presidential vote count.
Rather than abide by Georgia's legal process for election challenges, the defendants engaged in a criminal racketeering enterprise to overturn Georgia's presidential election results.
Trump is charged along with 18 others, including his former chief of staff, Mark Meadows, and former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani. According to the indictment, Trump made multiple calls to Georgia Republicans, including a prominent state senator, the governor, the attorney general, and the secretary of state, whose call with Trump launched the investigation.
I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have, because we won the state.
The former Republican lieutenant governor was among those who testified before the grand jury.
There's been a lot of misinformation for a number of years, and this is our opportunity to get the real story out. My hope is that Americans believe us. My hope is that Republicans believe us. That this election was fair and legal. Giuliani
is a central figure in the alleged conspiracy, accused of making false claims of election fraud to a committee of the Georgia State Senate.
They look like they're passing out dope, not just ballots. It is quite clear they're stealing votes.
Trump and the others are charged under what's known as the RICO Act, a law that enabled prosecutors to charge the masterminds of criminal acts, not just the ones who carry them out.
It's always a very tough case because you could be so loosely connected, and conspiracy is part of the RICO statute too. So you don't have to prove the underlying crimes, you just have to prove that there was a conspiracy to commit the underlying crimes and a conspiracy to commit RICO.
And as I said a moment ago, this afternoon, the former mayor defended himself on the radio, WABC radio to be specific. Here is some of what he said.
The last two indictments, he's indicted for exercising his First Amendment rights. I'm indicted for being his lawyer. I never thought I'd ever get indicted for being a lawyer. I thought when I was doing this, I was protected by the fact I was defending him. I'm supposed to argue in his favor.
Well, more on the allegations and more on the historic context for all of this coming up on Eyewitness News at 6 o'clock tonight.